Hello, welcome back. Patrick WWDC is here. So this is the second part of Learn PHP with MySQL and JavaScript and CSS tutorial. So today we are going to continue where we stopped last time, and that is the comments. So we can also comment like this. So this is something that you don't know still, but I'm going to teach you. Plus equals 10. And we can make a comment after a PHP code, like increment x by 10. So we can do comments like this. And if you need multiple line comments, we do this. I need to do this. So echo welcome back. I can do this like a multiple line comment. So their multiple line comments are starting by these two characters and finishing by these two characters. And we can, so most, if not all, programmers use this construct to temporarily comment out entire sections of code that do not work or that for one reason they don't wish to be interpreted. So now a little basic syntax. So let's delete this. Comments. So PHP is quite simple language with roots in C and Perl. Yeah, it looks more like Java. It is also very flexible, but there are a few rules that you need to learn about its syntax and structure. So semicolons, that's one thing. You may have noticed in the previous lines of code, these three, actually. I didn't put it here. So the end of PHP commands ended with semicolon, like this, you see, semicolons. Probably the most common cause of errors you will encounter with PHP is forgetting the semicolon, which causes PHP to treat multiple statements like one statement. So if I do this, this thing is like I did this. Same. Just the same. So which is that, and that is unable to understand. This leads to a parse error message. So the dollar symbol has come to be used in many different ways by different programming languages. So it's here. For example, if you have ever written in basic language, you'll have used the $sign to terminate variable names to denote them as strings. In PHP, however, you must place a $sign in front of all variables. So this is the variable s. I can do variable end message. And that is going to be equal like hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave like. Please leave a like, subscribe, and comment. So this is required to make the PHP parser faster. Just a second, I put semicolon here, as it instantly knows whenever it comes across a variable. Whenever your variable are number, strings, or arrays, they should all look like something like those actually here. So this is the number. number, and we can create also array. And array is creating like this array, but we are going to talk more about this later. Hi 6 goodbye, like this. So, and really that's pretty much all the syntax that you have to remember, unlike languages such as Python, which is very strict about how you indent and lay out our code. PHP leaves you completely free to use or not use all the indenting and spacing you like. In fact, sensible use of what is called white space is generally encouraged, along with comparative commenting. I'm sorry. The English is not my main language, so sorry for a little bit, but to help you understand your code when you come back to it. It also helps other programmers when they have to maintain your code. So now let's talk a little about variables. There is a simple metaphor that will help you understand what PHP variables all are about. Just think of them as little or big matchboxes. That's right, matchboxes that you painted over and written names on. So there are string variables. Imagine you have a matchbox on which you have written the word username. You then write Fred Smith on a piece of paper and place it into the box. So that should look like in a variable like this. So username, and we wrote in it Fred Smith. In PHP, it should look like this. The quotation mark indicates that Fred Smith is a string of characters. You must enclose each string in either quotation marks or apostrophes, single quotes. Although there is a subtle difference between two types of quote, which is explained later. When you want to see what's in the box, you open it, take out the piece of paper, and read it. In PHP, doing so look like this. So, echo username. So let's comment this, that what we did, because we don't need this. Save, and let's refresh the page. It's going to say username, because I did something wrong, and that is I didn't put $sign and I didn't put semicolon. Actually, it's going to work here without semicolon, I think. Yeah, it's going to work, but in other cases it's not going to work. This is one of the cases where it works, so it's Fred Smith. So, or you can assign it to another variable. We can say photocopy the paper and place the copy in another matchbox. So we can say current user is equal to username and echo current user. But I'm going to do one thing. No, it's not like this. BR HR. I don't know why is this not working. Yeah, I think I did it wrong. Yeah, probably. Delete this, I'm sorry. I need to put here a semicolon and echo it. So you see, two Fred Smith. And if you're keen to start trying out PHP to yourself, that you're going to do, you could try entering this code, I think changing this code, so it's a little different. Oh, now I remember what I need to do. So this is a little of the HTML like this, and you're going to see what is it going to happen. So it puts this line between. So there are numeric variables. So variables don't contain just strings, they can contain numbers too. Using the matchbox analogy, to store the number 17 in the variable count, the equivalent would placing, say, 17 beads in a matchbox on which you have written the word count. I'm sorry. So copy, and let's create count is equal to 17. Let me see. And then echo count. Semicolon this. And it works. And we can also use floating point numbers like this. And it's also going to work. Now you can try it to yourself. There are not going to be questions until some point, and hope you enjoyed. If you did, actually, there is another thing that I need to do. This. So I need to end this better. Echo and message. And I also need to comment this. I need to make it look better. Like this, save it, refresh the page. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe and comment. So, how the code says, if you enjoyed, please leave a like, leave it. So, for my support, subscribe, like always, and comment for your questions. Hope you enjoyed. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm doing that again. Just goodbye. I'll see you next time.